Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to share with you the difference between a Sitemap.xml, Robots.txt, and LLMS.txt. All three of these are standards that you put on a website, but they have different purposes. I'll start with the most simplest one, which is the Robots.txt. Robots.txt is a way for you to specify for bots, programs, and search engines which pages you want them to visit and which pages you do not want them to visit. Basically, we call this access control. The second one is Sitemap.xml. This is where you specify all of the pages on your website and you specify them so search engines can crawl them and list them on the search engines. For example, Google, Yahoo, Bing, and any other search engine. It basically lists all the pages that you want to be crawled so they can visit them and list them. And the third one is LLMS.txt. This is a list of all of your pages and a short summary, so AI engines such as ChatGPT, Grok, Claude, Gemini, they can all visit and understand your website much easier than having to crawl and read all of your pages slowly. You can just list all of the pages in one file and they'll be able to understand it much better, suggest you, and understand your website much better. Now that I've explained a short summary of each one of these, I'll show you an example how it looks. All of these files will be on the root directory. So if you go to your website, for example, OneScales, you will add the /robots.txt, /sitemap.xml, and /LLMS.txt, and you'll put the files, the simple text files inside. Let's look a little bit about each one of these so you can understand a little bit better. And if you have any questions, of course, ask us for more details. The first one is robots.txt /robots.txt. This is a simple text file you put on your root domain, and it specifies the user agent, which is the name of the bot, for example, Googlebot, the one that crawls all the websites and lists them on Google, and which pages you want to allow and disallow. Do not come to /admin, do not visit the cart, do not visit the checkout page, etc., etc. For example, this user agent specifies for all agents. This is for all bots, all programs. Do not visit these pages. You can also specify a specific one. For example, the user agent called nudge. Specify disallow / means onescales.com / all the pages, which specifies for this specific user agent or this specific program, do not visit any of the website. And on and on and on. In addition, you can also specify the sitemap. So the bots, once they understand what they can visit and what they cannot visit, they can also visit a list of all the pages and continue crawling. In addition, you can also specify crawl delay. If a specific bot or program is visiting all of your pages, you can tell it to go a little slower so it doesn't overload your server. These are just a few examples, but these are the most popular examples. One last thing about robots.txt is this is a guidelines. You're specifying to the bots or the programs or the search engines, come visit these pages and don't visit these. But this is a request. Bad bots or programs that are not listening or not visiting the robots.txt will not follow this. So this is only for what we call quote-unquote good bots, the good businesses that listen to this guideline. The second one is sitemap.xml. You will specify your domain name /sitemap.xml and you will list all of the pages. Sometimes all of the pages are listed in one file and sometimes they're listed in subfiles. For example, I have here a list of all the pages in .xml and all the blog posts in .xml. I might also have a list of all the products, collections, etc., etc. For example, I want to show you how it looks, and this is a standard. So I will go right here, and I will see a list of all of my pages. I have the page URL, when it was last modified, and how often it changes. This is just a standard. It is very simple, but you might have a ton of pages one by one within the URL. It's very simple for sitemap.xml. The third one is LLMS.txt. You will specify your domain name /LLMS.txt, and you'll specify a short description of your website and a list of every single page one by one with a short summary of each page. Page number 2, a short summary. Page number 3, a short summary. And you will specify a link to more information about that specific page. This is a short summary in the LLMS. You will have a link, for example, right here. If I visit it, I'll be able to see the content of the page completely without all of the HTML and animations and pop-ups and sidebars and headers and footers, just the content of that page. In addition to LLMS.txt, you will also want to have an LLMS llms-full.txt, which has all of the content of all pages in one text file. If you can see, the scroll is very long, and you can see all of the content from all the pages in one file. So the AIs can read your entire site in one file or one page view. Usually it is very large, but you will have all the content. In the LLMS.txt, you will have a link to each page's content and a short summary. In LLMS Full, you will have all of the content in one. I hope this makes sense. If you want to dive deeper into it, ask questions in the comments, and we'll make more and more articles and content for LLMS, Sitemap.xml, and Robots.txt. Lastly, if you want to create an LLMS.txt for your website, we've created a tool for it. Check it out. I'll link the video, and you can see how to make, within minutes, an LLMS.txt for your website very easily. Take care, guys. Much appreciated.